Hi friends, today we are going to read Oliver Twist chapter 3. Please serve some more. Each day the meals were had in a large stone hall. The children were given a single bowl of gruel from a large copper pot at one end of the room. It was served by the cook, dressed in an apron. What was gruel? It was a very thin, watery soup with a few specks of oatmeal floating in it. On special occasions, this was accompanied by a small piece of bread. The moment the gruel was served, the boys hungrily finished every drop of it. The bowls were so clean, they looked like they had been polished, while the boys continued to stand longingly at the pot. Oliver Twist, along with the other boys, suffered his torture for almost 3 months. They were now going crazy with hunger. One of the boys, who was slightly taller from the rest, told the others if he was not given an extra bowl of gruel, he would eat one of them. Frightened, they sat together and came up with a plan. The Jew Lord's Oliver was chosen for the task. He would have to walk up to the cook and ask for more gruel. Evening came, and the boys were served the meal, which they quickly finished. They nudged Oliver to proceed with the plan. Oliver approached the cook with his empty bowl and spoon in hand. Please, sir, I want some more. The room was still with silence. Now the cook was a fat, healthy looking man, but hearing Oliver, he almost fainted. What? He cried. Please, sir, I want some more, repeated Oliver. The cook immediately called for Mr. Bumble, who in turn rushed to the board and informed the man with the round face that Oliver Twist had asked for more. The punishment was instant. Oliver was locked up in a room without any windows. A notice was posted outside the workhouse offering a reward to anyone who was willing to take Oliver away. Oliver remained a prisoner in the dark, windowless room for almost a month. Occasionally, he was allowed to have a wash with icy cold water. He kept crying and hardly slept. One morning, while Oliver was still confined to his dark and lonely room, Mr. Gamfield, the chimney sweep, was passing by the workhouse with his donkey. He was very troubled, as he was unable to pay back certain arrears of his rent, which his landlord kept demanding from him. All of a sudden, he spotted the notice on the workhouse gate. He immediately called out to his donkey to stop. The donkey was pulling a cart laden with 2 bags of soot. He did not hear his master and continued to jog along. Running after him, Mr. Gamfield gave the poor animal a whack on his head and pulling off the bridle, turned him round. He then walked up to the gate to read the notice. The gentleman with the white waistcoat from the workhouse boat has been standing near the gate and had seen the little quarrel between Mr. Gamfield and his donkey. He was certain that this was exactly the sort of master Oliver Twist needed. Mr. Gamfield smiled at him. The reward of £5 was just the amount of money he required. He spoke to the gentleman. This boy, sir, I could teach him the right trade. I am a chimney sweep and I am looking for an apprentice. I am willing to take him on, said Mr. Gamfield. Come on in, said the gentleman. Warning his donkey not to leave away in his absence, Mr. Gamfield followed the gentleman into the room. It was the same room where Oliver has at first been interviewed. Isn't chimney sweeping a dangerous trade? Asked Mr. Limpkins. When Mr. Gamfield explained to the gentleman his plan of taking over the boy, Young boys have often been smoother than chimneys, said another gentleman. No, no, it isn't a bad trait, said Mr. Gamfield. He then went on to explain to the gentleman the details of the business and why it was not harmful to the boys. The gentleman in white coat was amused with his explanations, but Mr. Limpkins was not convinced. After many more talks, the board began to discuss and whisper among themselves. Finally, Mr. Limpkins said, "We have thought about your offer, but unfortunately, we do not approve of it." Mr. Gamfield, twisting his cap in his hands, began walking slowly away from the table. Pausing near the door, he turned around again and asked, "So, is that your final decision? You won't let me have that boy?" It's a nasty business, but we might consider giving him to you for less than the initial reward we offered, said Mr. Limpkins.